Hello, my fellow lazy surfers. Are you ready to discover some of the most underrated waves? Today on Lazy Surf Channel, we have a special treat for all of you who love surfing novelty waves and exploring new territories while diving deep into my home break in Hainan, China. Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying Hainan's wave rival those of Indonesia or Australia. As a matter of fact, we are not quite there. But we do get some pretty decent wave on a good day. You'll find out all about it in today's video, so stay tuned. Whether you plan to visit or just be curious, I'll show you what surfing in Hainan is really like. Remember, it's not just the Great Wall of China that's impressive, there's also a great wave of China waiting for you. If you love surfing related content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and let's go. Hainan is an island located in the South China Sea, just off the southern coast of mainland China. It is the southernmost province of China and is known for its tropical climate, beautiful beaches, and 5-star resorts. The best time to surf in Hainan is during the winter months from November through March, when the northeast monsoon stirs up the most consistent swells and offshore winds. However, it's also possible to surf in the off-season, which is from April till September. During this period, it will generate mostly south swell. The surf is usually mellow and warm water. However, there will be days like a typhoon passing by during summertime. Then we will be getting overhead surf, sometimes even bigger. First on our list is Riyue Bay in Nanyan. This is a standout symbol of surfing in China. During winter season, Riyue Bay produces long, clean waves that are perfect for both longboarding and shortboarding. These waves are not steep or hollow, so don't expect a barrel section. However, they are fantastic for executing numerous carving turns or just chilling on a longboard. I surf these waves regularly during the winter, and the lineup can sometimes get pretty hectic. Since Riyue Bay operates as a point break, there's only one main takeoff spot. On a crowded day, people are definitely more aggressive to be a priority spot. Over time, I've developed my own strategy for this spot. I prefer to hang back and find my own peak, away from the main crowd. Because when the conditions are too crowded, I often trade quality for quantity, opting to ride more waves, even if they are less impressive. This approach lets me enjoy this spot without battling for the top wave that everyone else is fighting over. So if you're like me, please hit that like button so I know there are many surfers out there are kinda like me, trying to find your own peace while surfing. Next, we have Nanyan Bay. It's right next to Riyue Bay. The waves here can be quite forgiving, making a great spot for beginners or intermediate surfers who can practice without the pressure of a crowded lineup. The wave consistency and quality may not be as good as Riyue because it needs a bigger swell for Nanyan to be breaking. However, when it's working, it's super fun and produce endless gentle rolling wave for classic longboarding. The best thing about this spot is there are many peaks, so it can handle a larger crowd compared to Riyue. Overall, Nanyan Bay is more laid-back spot in Nanyan and my go-to spot if there are too many people elsewhere. Adjacent to Nanyan, there is a hidden gem known as the golf course. This spot is literally next to a resort golf course. The surfing experience here is somewhat similar to Nanyan, but it features a point break where the waves can be more powerful and steeper during a larger swell. It's an excellent place for shortboard surfing and executing carving turns. The main drawback is that access is not as straightforward. given its somewhat remote location. Additionally, there's a lack of facility catering to surfers at this spot. However, this is part of what makes surfing in Hainan uniquely appealing. There are still numerous potential surf spots, particularly in the northern part of the island, waiting to be discovered. So if you are an adventure type of surfer, you might just find and name your own secret spot. The crowd here is getting worse over the years. However, if you're lucky, you might just end up surfing with a handful of people at the lineup. This spot usually is a local secret years ago, but that's no longer the case. I'm even putting this information on YouTube. Heading just a bit south, you'll find Fuli Bay, an excellent location for the summer south swell, which is from April till October. This little bay faces south, capturing all the energy during the summer month. It's also probably one of the few spots that offer a right-hander wave in Hainan, along with being a fun beach break. The water here is very appealing during the summer. This spot is definitely my go-to during the warmer months, and it's incredibly refreshing to surf a right-hander wave, especially since you are typically surfing left throughout the whole winter. The lineup here is more laid back and stress-free compared to other popular spots like Riyue. The summer wave in Hainan are definitely less consistent and lacking power. However, if there's a typhoon passing by South China Sea occasionally in the summer, then you might be getting really awesome days like overhead surf. Last but not least is Houhai. This spot is probably the second busiest surf spot next to Riyue. During the peak season in winter, millions of Chinese tourists from China mainland visit here for parties and surfing experience. So you can expect a huge number of newcomers surfing in this area. I surfed a lot here in the early days when I moved here about 10 years ago, because it's the closest spot you can get to from Sanya, the major city in Hainan. The wave here can be really fun doing smaller swell, as larger swell tend to be closed out. The surf scene is exploding in Hainan in recent years, especially post-COVID. It's like someone let the secret out. Everyone wants to taste the thrill of surfing, and it's just so cool now to be a surfer in China. At the same time, we've really started to carve out our own unique surfing culture, and it's fascinating to watch it evolve over the years. From maybe just 2 or 3 guys out on the lineup, to now a depressing looking crowd fighting over an ankle-high wave. I remember in the old days, the vibe is very laid back and respectful. But this is changing simply because there are not enough waves for everyone now. I'll keep it real to you. Accidents and confrontations are very likely to happen in recent years. I mean, what can I say? We have been getting a total package of what surfing can offer. The parties, the booze, the money, and of course the drop-ins, and even localism. Both up and downs, good or bad, we have it all. Thank you all for sticking around till the end. I hope today's video has given you some insights about surfing scene in Hainan, China. Hainan holds a very special place in my heart, as I have been living here for over a decade. I still cherish the air I breathe, the food I enjoy, and every wave I surf. Each carry special memory for me. However, to be honest, I wouldn't recommend anyone from Australia or the US to specifically buy a ticket and come here for a surf trip, as it can often be hit and miss. Instead, I would suggest going to Indonesia or even Sri Lanka. But if you find yourself in China already for a business trip or any other reason, you absolutely should take a domestic flight and visit Hainan. You never know, you might just get lucky and catch some great wave. Thank you all and see you next time.